And take 3Q,
That's all
animate.
the time we
Stand by
have
D,
here
full
at
sound.
4.
And
News 95 starts right
roll
now.
D, take sound. Stand
On
by
the
the jib.
scene, on the story, News 9
Start
starts
your move,
now.
jib. Dissolve Q.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Stand by
at 5 o'clock.
2 in the
Oklahoma
names.
City man is
Start
stabbed
your
to
move,
death
dissolve
on
Q,
his
animate.
birthday.
Start your
Police
move.
say 2 men are to blame for the
What is
deadly
it? Stand by your
knife
second
fight
move.
that broke out.
In the scuffle, the victim was killed. A woman was injured, as well as one of the
Start
suspects.
your move.
News 9
Stand by
Crime
router.
Jennifer Pierce
One
has more
full.
details about the victims. Jen?
Hands off. Q and animate.
Alex, the 27-year-old stabbing victim
And change it to
lived at the
southwest.
Super
Stand by A full sound for a
40 Inn.
package.
That's where the deadly knife fight broke out between the victim, a woman, and 2 suspects.
Roll I sound take change. Thank you.
Police are not sure
Master
what started
Sergeant.
the fight at the Super 40 Inn, but
our
it
first
ended
key.
with 1 man dead, 2 people injured, and multiple vehicle accidents. Officers first found 27-year-old
Built
Henry
the
Vicente
wall
at
after
the
this, or
hotel,
after the live
dead
shot.
from stab wounds. Hotel
Stand
owners
by,
and
Master
residents say
Sergeant.
Vicente, who was celebrating
Gary.
his birthday, lived here with 32-year-old Lana DeLoge.
As it turns
Animate.
out, there were 2 suspects that attacked the male victim,
Lose it.
ultimately killing him.
That
A
is all I
female who was
have. Be
with
out
jumped
2,
in
router
trying to
1.
intercede. She was
Then the
also
C,
injured.
the camera 1,
DeLoge
4
was
box
rushed
links
to the
1.
hospital with
to
knife
start weather.
wounds. One of the suspects, Jesse Nino, was also injured in the fight. Police say Samuel Nino was the one armed with the knife. The chaos continued when the 2 suspects
Chaos.
fled the hotel.
And as the 2 men fled, they ran into a motorcycle, leaving the parking lot, and then fled
Less
that
than 30
scene
away.
as well.
The men then drove onto I-40, causing a major traffic tie-up after crashing into a semi and several cars. That's where police finally caught up with the 2 men they say were heavily intoxicated.
One of them was booked into the Oklahoma
drunks.
County Jail on a murder complaint. The other also was suffering
All right,
from
here we
knife
go.
wounds.
Remains at
He
this
was
time is the
admitted
out. Ready,
into
router
a
1.
local hospital where he remains at this time.
Take Q, Chan, mate.
And the Jesse
C.
Nino police say will also
David's
likely
marked,
face a murder complaint
camera
once he's
1.
released from the
Here we are.
hospital and booked into the county jail. We're live on the scene on the story in southwest Oklahoma City. Jennifer Pierce,
And roll
News
C,
9.
take Q, David.
All right, folks, here we
Key
go.
and animate
Trackers
David.
out again today, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's nothing going
Lose
on
it.
right now. Well, there is.
Links
It's
1
to
after
our
this.
west, and trackers are now flooding back into western Oklahoma and our
Semi-links 1.
panhandle because storms will move from there into Oklahoma as we get into late this evening, into the overnight hours. We're still talking about more severe weather coming our way, but right now, man, it's good. It's just, well, it's just hot. Almost too hot. Let's get to
White.
it here. Links 1, our first watch of the day
Good.
for our panhandle. This is a
C
severe
to
thunderstorm
the jib,
watch
right
for
RSP with the
southwestern
sound
Kansas,
bite.
our panhandle, the Texas panhandle. And I say the first watch because eventually, all right, late this evening and
Yeah.
overnight, we're going to have another watch that will be from
It's,
here off to
6
the
second
east. So
move.
hang on, but that's the first
Stand
watch.
by, C.
And thunderstorms
Stand
now
by to jib and B.
are developing in Colorado, New Mexico.
If
Big
she's
storms
underage,
here
is he
going
out?
up. Another shot of these. You can see them
Hold
now
there.
moving off to the east. They're going to get stronger. They're going to increase. And they're going to go right into our panhandle and first scoot into northwestern Oklahoma. All right, temperatures, plenty of heat. Low but 90s. How about 100 in Altus right now? 93 in Oklahoma City. This is what it feels like with that humidity. 90s, 100s. It's hot. It's muggy. Plenty of fuel for these storms, okay? So overnight tonight, yeah, we're going to see severe storms, but not everybody. Not everybody's going to have severe weather. So who
Stand by
sees
C,
storms
stand by
overnight
to
tonight?
jib.
What about that tornado threat? 90 forecast coming up as well, guys.
And roll C, roll B, start your move, sound it.
She did say that she was underage.
Stand by, Amanda, stand by 2.
What are we doing here if she's underage?
Sorry, Mike Q. Mike Q. Stand by 2,
Couple of
start your
local
move.
dads
Dissolve.
become video vigilantes
Stand by A.
targeting child sex predators for the past
Roll
few
A
months.
and take.
This week, the group, called Oklahoma
Key,
Pedophile
yeah, there we go.
Prevention, busted a suspect
Stand
who
by,
thought he was
lower
meeting a
third banner here.
15-year-old girl at a gas station. Well, a couple of police officers witnessed the confrontation, which ended in the man's
And key
arrest.
and animate. Stand by
Tonight,
B
right
for
here on
page
News 9 at
5.
6 o'clock, what the suspect's mother had to
change,
say
yeah.
about
Oh,
the
yeah.
operation.
Roll B, white.
2 men are
Change.
arrested after an hours-long
And
standoff
animate northwest when you
overnight.
can.
Police say the suspects robbed a business near Northwest
Lose it.
65th and
Through
Independence.
the quad in A
And
next.
shortly after,
Israel.
at least one of the suspects barricaded himself in a home a couple of blocks away.
Stand by 3,
Both
stand by A.
suspects eventually surrendered peacefully. Their names have not yet been
Roll A,
released.
start your move, take
6
Q.
people,
Stand by
including
full.
4 kids, are recovering tonight
Yeah,
after a vehicle
dissolve.
crashed into a building this morning.
Key
This happened
animate
in Northwest
northwest.
32nd and Classen. Police
C
believe
back
that
to
the
A.
two vehicles collided, and then one of the
Lose it.
drivers accidentally accelerated, causing him to
Stand
run
by
into a
C,
carport.
stand by A.
All 6 of the victims are expected to be okay.
Roll C. Roll
An
A.
auto
Change it.
burglary suspect is caught on camera. Police say
Enemy
this
southwest.
man was
Thank you.
caught stealing items from a car parked
Lose
outside
it.
a home
Viz
near
1 for a
Southwest
mug
25th
next for
and
PJ.
Independence. A witness shot this video of the
Stand by
suspect
Viz
coming
1.
back to pick up
And Amanda.
stolen goods.
Ken
Oklahoma
McHugh.
City police need our help identifying this man. Officers say he stole a
2
wallet
Red
from a car at
RSP
DeLisi
with
Park.
Viz V on A.
It's right near Northwest 50th and Meridian. Reports show the suspect didn't waste any time. He
Stand by
then
2.
used the stolen credit card at a home improvement store near Reno and
Roll A.
MacArthur.
Start your move. Take.
And a couple of
Somebody
shoplifting
full.
suspects are on the run
Dissolve.
tonight as well. Police
Key
say
in
the 2 men
animate.
seen in this
Northwest.
video are accused of stealing merchandise from K and G
Lose it.
Fashion right near
One at the
Rockwell and Northwest
Megatron next after
Expressway.
D here.
Investigators
Stand by
believe
D.
they left in a dark green
Roll
Hyundai
D.
SUV.
Dissolve.
You can call
Ready,
Crime
one.
Stoppers if you have any information.
Start
on
your move.
that.
Take Q.
Well, thanks to a Facebook
Stand by
post,
Viz 1
2 out
full
of 3
screen.
stolen paintings have been returned to
Key
their
in
owner.
animate.
Now, this is the guy police say grabbed the artwork
A
from the
sound
Fred
full will be
Jones
next.
Jr. Museum of Art on the OU campus.
Stand by A.
Officers say the theft happened sometime after Mother's Day. After searching through hours of surveillance footage, investigators believe they've identified this man.
Roll A. Watch sound.
So many emotions. I'm just
Thanks for the
excited
change.
to have it
Enemy
back. I'm
Brown.
just glad to have it back.
Lose it.
It means so much. I just like want to hug it.
My Q.
Tonight at 6, we'll have more
Kid
details
animate
on the missing
suspect.
artwork and the suspect.
Stand by
Police
the
are hoping
gym.
now to track down.
Start your move.
The
Soft
home where the
Q.
Bever
Stand by
brothers
2.
murdered their family members back in
move.
2015, it is being
Dissolve, 2.
transformed. Instead of
A
a dark
samples
spot
next
in
for a
that
package.
neighborhood, the lot will soon be the
Oh,
site
C day,
of a
actually.
memorial
Stand by
park.
C.
News 9's Aaron Conrad is in Broken Arrow with the new
Roll C.
details.
Roll I. Take sound.
Some of the work has already
Enemy
started
Aaron.
here today on the park, and neighbors tell me
Lose it.
feels like
Julie's
a weight
next.
has been lifted. For Julie Wallace and her dog
Stand by
Sally,
Julie. Here she comes. Maybe.
today has been a long time coming.
I think
Get on me.
this is the final
And
step
Liz it.
in our recovery.
Got one more key for Pat.
Getting better every day, and this will just put the icing on the cake.
Wallace lives just a few houses down
didn't
from
queue
where the
up.
Bever home once stood. Sally was the Bever family dog. Wallace took her in after the murders. She says after that, the home became an ominous reminder of the tragedy.
It was an oppressive entity of its own. It felt like it was kind of a big monster.
The home mysteriously burned down last March. Investigators ruled it as an arson, but since then, no one has been arrested.
1, 2, 3.
That's just
Now it will become a
Sad thing
serene
from the
butterfly
get-go.
garden with a gazebo dedicated to the 5 family members
morning
that
that
lost
this
their
happened, I was
lives.
switching all morning. We were in
Pat
did a CC
McGahey
box.
lives
We had a
right next
shot of the
door
house
and says the
all morning
garden
long.
will bring some peace to the
Stand by
site.
Pat.
I think it means a lot to all of the neighbors, the first responders.
We didn't know how serious it
police,
was
the
until
fire
like an
department.
hour or two
It's
later.
going to
Stand by C to
make
2 in
a
effects for
bad
page 13.
situation
Alex's mic.
a little bit better.
Right now, they don't have an exact timeline on when the park will be
Here we are.
completed, but they
Whoops,
say
sorry.
they hope to have the memorial garden done by the end of the year. On the scene, on the story in Broken Arrow, Aaron Conrad, News
Roll
9.
C. Animate. Take Q.
Well, this afternoon, President Trump
Stand
signed the
by.
Right to Try
This reader
Act
here will go to
into
A next.
law. This law
14.
gives patients with deadly diseases access to experimental drugs that have not yet been approved by the FDA.
Stand by
Although the
A.
drugs could be potentially life-saving, critics say there's a chance the drugs will do more
Roll
harm
on.
than good.
Take.
A trade battle between the U.S. and China
C to
may be
A for
back
15,
on.
Amanda's
The
mic.
Trump administration says it plans to move forward with tariffs on some $50 billion worth of goods from China. The White House also said
Stand
it
by
would
C,
place
stand
caps
by
on
Anna
Chinese
mic.
investment in the U.S. And China has responded, saying it is ready to fight
Roll
back.
C. Roll I.
The
Q.
future of that summit between President
Yeah.
Trump and North Korea's
Anyway, no,
leader
thanks.
could be decided in the next 24 hours.
3
That's because
is
Kim
next.
Jong-un's
The right
right-hand
LCD.
man, Kim Yong-chol, is in New York to meet with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Right now, the meeting
Ready,
is
3.
off, but the White House says the two plan to have dinner tonight to discuss
Start
details.
your move. Take Q.
Oklahoma
C day
Senator
for a
James
package.
Langford had some harsh words about President Donald Trump. In an interview over the
Stand by
weekend,
C,
he said the
stand by
president
A.
should not be considered a role model. News 9's Grant Herms joins us now with more on what
Roll
Langford
C.
said.
Roll I. Take sound. Animate.
Langford said this
Grant's
on
name.
MSNBC over the holiday weekend. He's been critical of the
Lose it.
president before, but these terms were much more stark
Stand
than
by
we're used to
Langford's
hearing
key.
from the normally reserved senator.
I don't consider the president a role model for my kids. I don't speak that way. I don't tweet that way. I don't interact with people that way. I don't treat my staff the same way that he treats his staff.
All right, that's all I have.
That
Teases
is who the
next,
people
B&A.
selected.
He went on to say that the
VO.
Me Too movement has meant a shift in the culture and that people have begun looking at the personal lives of celebrities, journalists, and politicians
All right, less than
and
20
demanding
Lang.
better. Langford was on the show to talk about recently passed sexual harassment policies in the Senate for staff after a string of sexual harassment scandals and resignations in Washington, D.C. The senator also added everyone should hold each other to a
Stand by for
higher
music,
standard,
stand by
but
B.
did not
Here we
address
are,
claims
and their
made by
mics.
11 women that the president had harassed or assaulted them. Grant Herms, News
Roll B,
9.
white music gonna make you.
Still to come here on News 9,
Stand by
a
A.
baseball legend is in town for a special ceremony at Oklahoma City High School. That story's
Roll
coming
A,
up.
white
We're
change.
excited about that one as well.
Stand by,
Officials in
master.
Hawaii are asking for help finding the family of a late veteran. Next, why they say he probably has ties in Oklahoma.
And roll the break. And fade. Here we are. And roll D and take sound.
On the scene,
Stand by the
on
jet.
the story. This is
Second
News
move,
9.
dissolve. Stand by your second
Officials in
move.
Hawaii are asking for help
And such
tonight,
move.
searching
Stand
for
by
the
two.
family of a late
Touch
veteran.
push.
James
Dissolve.
Sands died
Can't
earlier
make their
this year,
names.
but investigators have yet to track down any
Lose
of
it.
his
Stand by
loved
C.
ones.
Stand by A for
As
a
Newsnight's
package.
Jesse Mitchell tells us he may have family right here in
Roll C.
Oklahoma.
Roll A. Take sound. Animate Jesse.
Honolulu Medical Examiner's Office says it has exhausted all its resources
Lose it.
looking for relatives of
Charlotte's
72-year-old
next.
James Sands. Now they're looking for the public's help.
Our affiliate, Hawaii News Now, reports James Sands was using a walker to cross the street after his discharge from the hospital March 4th when he was hit and killed by a van. Almost 3 months later, investigators have yet
Stand
to
by,
find
Charlotte.
his next of kin.
We normally would not
She ever shows up.
release a name or any information
Where you at, Charlotte?
because
Don't be
family
shy.
should be
Animate.
notified before the public is notified of this
Lose it.
death. However, we have been unable in all of our
James
extensive
Smith.
searches to
Next.
find his family.
Sands arrived on the island decades ago, but his friends don't know much about his
See,
life before
I'm
then.
still not used to
now
edit
that
copy
knowledge
yet,
is
so-
necessary.
I was definitely wondering who was
I never
taking
got-
care of this and who was
Animate
going to go
this guy.
through all this, because somebody had to do some
Lose it.
homework on him.
James
Okay,
Smith
that's your last
discovered an
key.
old briefcase in
Flip the
Sands'
seat of
home,
history next for
revealing a hidden
23.
history, including a stint at Ponca Military Academy, where he played both football and basketball. Sands' birth certificate shows he was born in Texas, and this photo shows a girl who could be his older sister.
She definitely doesn't know that he
supposed
passed
to be in
away
those
because they
monitors.
weren't keeping in contact at all.
His friends believe he should be
something
buried with
tight.
military honors alongside other veterans at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific. But if family isn't found soon, Sands will be cremated without a proper funeral.
If you
Solo
are related
one.
to Sands or know who his family might be, please click
All
on
right,
the
stand by
story
C,
in the
stand by
News 9
history for a
app to
map.
claim
Here we
his
are.
remains. In the newsroom, Jesse Mitchell,
And
News
roll
9.
C, take
Hopefully somebody
you,
will know his
continue.
family. Traffic alert now to pass along for you. This is for folks in
There's one
Edmond.
full screen next.
Crews began saw-cut work on the pavement downtown this morning. It's part of the drainage and streetscape improvement project going on. So this evening, Broadway between Edwards and
Stand by, Viz
Campbell will be
one.
down to one lane.
He's got
And
video
Campbell Street,
too. When's he
just
supposed
west
to?
of Broadway, will be closed. The project is expected to last 5 months.
Kidding me? Okay.
All right, here in Oklahoma City, folks are getting ready
Okay, just
for
4
a
bucks,
big
thanks for
rollout
one.
of the new big green recycling bins.
Jet,
The
same
city
way.
is retiring its
Jet
little blue
forgets.
bins June 1st. Now, recycling
Stand by,
pickup is
2
going to be
3 shot.
suspended until the beginning of July. Regular trash days will continue as usual through the month of June.
Start your move.
So nice to get those
Dissolve.
bigger bins too.
Yes.
You know, the little ones.
Out to the
you
wall
get
next, 4
Oklahoma
bucks, next
wind
one.
come along and half
done.
the stuff
There
is
you go.
down the street.
Ours is filled. We have a bigger one, but yeah, it's filled up every week,
Yeah.
2 weeks, whenever when they come. Yeah, it's
So this
with all
is
kinds of
good.
recycling,
The
yeah.
wind's going to crank back up too, right, later on?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, with
Stand by the wall.
storms tonight, yeah,
Okay.
some people are going to have some, pretty crazy winds. I think for a while. Right now, they're
Dissolve.
thinking there's nothing going on, right?
Just hot.
It's just hot,
yeah.
but thunderstorms are
We're going next one
developing
next.
way west. I'm talking these storms that will make their way into Oklahoma are developing right now in New Mexico and Colorado. All right, they are hundreds of miles away, but they're coming. All right, so trackers are out. Marty Logan talking about Bobby Payne, talking about Val Castor. Yeah, everybody out there today, and we're tracking these storms. We will
Somebody
be
links.
once they get here, but right now
One.
they are in chase mode going west. Okay, let's go to Links
White.
1. Take a look at it. Severe thunderstorm watch.
Okay.
In effect until 10 o'clock.
You
This
guys
is
name?
watch number 1.
Let's
because
animate
we will
this
get
guy.
a second watch late this
Ken.
evening into the overnight hours that
And
will
lose
take
it.
up more real estate in Oklahoma that will come farther east. But right now, the first watch, our panhandle, the Texas panhandle, the northern half, into southwestern Kansas. All right, so here we go. We have Von Castor to the north up in Enid, Bobby Payne in the eastern Texas Panhandle. There's Marty, there's Val, and here are the thunderstorms now developing in New Mexico. I know they're ways out here, but they're going to move east and come through the Panhandle. We'll probably have a few more storms develop farther south into the northern Texas Panhandle, and this line is going to get its act together and march east through the evening and into the overnight hours. But not everybody's going to have storms again overnight. More on that coming up. Hey, from our Chickasha cam, part of our Air Comfort Sky Cam network, 93 degrees in Oklahoma City, a southwest wind now at 11. Look at our humidity, 46%, but what matters is the dew point at 69 degrees, making it feel like 99 degrees in Oklahoma City. So temperatures, it's hot. A lot of 90s going on. 100 in Altus right now, 100 in Hollis,
buckle up,
102
Buttercup, but that's
in
his dog's
Frederick.
name.
There's your summertime heat. And with that humidity, for the rest of us, upper 90s, low 100s. Yeah, it is hot. All right, so this evening, thunderstorms increase in the Panhandle. They come into northwestern Oklahoma between 9 and about 10 o'clock. Woodward, talking about Harper County, Woodward County, Ellis County. All right, that's where they're going to be. They're going to move east, and this is where they're going to be basically through about midnight. All right, and then overnight tonight, from midnight on, they're going to keep chugging to the east at about 35 miles per hour. And with that, we're going to see once again, more wind, more hail.
Oh my gosh.
Damaging wind threat will certainly be possible. Now, that 60% chance in Oklahoma City, we're right on the line. There's a chance these storms are just north of us and we get nothing in the metro. But latest data keeps Oklahoma City at still a decent chance for rain and storms after midnight tonight, okay, between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. My storm zone, a low to moderate threat of severe weather. That moderate threat is across the north for the threat of golf ball size hail, wind gusts to 80 miles per hour with a very low tornado threat in the northwest. And that'll be for a while after 10 o'clock. From like 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, low-level dynamics will kick in. So there's going to be a low threat, very low threat, a priority 4, or a low risk of a tornado in the green in the northwest this evening. That's why trackers are starting here, and they're going to bring this line to the east. All right, so my hail zone, it's there, and this is going to be mainly golf ball size hail. But as these storms move east this evening and tonight, that hail threat will decrease while the wind threat stays up. In the orange, 75+ mile per hour winds on that Bo Echo that's going to be moving through northern Oklahoma. Again, Oklahoma City on the southern end of that. It's going to be close though. Lows tonight, 60s and 70s. Highs tomorrow. Here we go. Back to the 90s. A little cooler in the north and northeast. Close to 100 again tomorrow in the southwest. This evening, low 90s, dropping into the mid 80s by 9 o'clock. A warm, kind of a hot, and a dry evening. A light southeast breeze. It looks good this evening in Oklahoma City. All right, so tomorrow, again, after rain and storms here, late tonight, between midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning.
For the cheese.
That'll be it. 93 for the high tomorrow, 94 on Friday. A little cooler late in the day Saturday, still hot, a high of 92. There's your cool down. Sunday, high of 89. And then we'll start to warm things back up after that. Could see a few more storms in here by Monday of next week, and then again by Thursday. So we're going to have more storms probably tonight than we did last night. It's just going to be a lot later. So if you have any evening plans, go right ahead.
Looks good.
It'll be a late night, and we're ready to go. We're fired up, and here we go.
I know, all our storm trackers are always ready.
They're always ready.
David, thanks.
Music, Rolling Life
Athletic
Kennedy,
Fields unveiled at a Metro school. After the break, we'll have details on the baseball legend who helped make it happen.
And roll the break and fade. This one where we do this promo thing. 2, 1, roll D, take sound, start work 2. Dissolve cue.
How a group of vigilantes fighting child predators helped catch a suspect. Plus, the new timeline as David tracks more storms that's coming up tonight at 6.
1, fade it. Thank you for the clock, Michael. I heard that. 3, 2, 1, and rolling.
A legal fight against wind turbines in their city.
Stand by Invisalign, full screen for 31.
Why Hinton residents believe the company is ignoring the rules. Tonight at 6.
KMAQ.
Oh, the Oklahoma City Zoo celebrating a big birthday this weekend.
Really,
Cindy,
next
the
for 32.
chimpanzee, is turning 50 years old. The zoo's asking guests to bring some presents.
Stand by
Specifically, blankets, because Cindy loves to cuddle up with them. Extra blankets will be donated to a local organization if there are too many, and the event is this Saturday from 10 o'clock in the morning until 11.
Roll on, change it.
Also, a big name in baseball
Animate
is in town
Southeast.
for a very special event today.
Yes, that was Cal
What is it?
Ripken Jr. there
That's
on
all
the
right.
right. He was there for this ribbon cutting at Southeast
Links one
High
if we need.
School. They cut the ribbon on 2 new fields, a baseball field and a softball
Okay, we're all
field.
lights.
The Cal Ripken Senior Foundation,
One minute
which
left.
Cal started, has partnered with Fields and Futures, which
We
is
might
the
use
organization
links
here in
one,
Oklahoma
so
City. You know, Kelly has
we'll see how much
emceed
time we have
all of
left
their
here.
events
Stand
over the
by
years,
to
and he
go
couldn't be there today
Camera
because he's
three.
under the weather. So I took his place
And
happily.
you had no problem
Happily.
filling in
Plenty
on
of
this
the
one because of
Um,
who you got to meet,
Well,
right?
I'm kind of a big fan of Cal Ripken. So I was born, lived in Baltimore as a kid. So anyway, yeah.
All right, so much three.
It was a little hot out there.
For a
It was
time,
little
I
hot
would
out
say
there.
so.
But
That's great.
that-
They
with
always
that
do
pair,
great work, too.
They
It
do
feels
And
amazing
start
work.
to move,
and
and
these
all
are
we're out of the deal.
fabulous. They're the first turf.
We might go to
fields
links one.
we've
If
done.
not, we'll
So
go to
these are
City Camp.
Baseball and a softball field, and so the idea is let's get kids involved in team sports,
Keep them in school.
keep them in school.
Yeah.
They graduate.
That's awesome.
They become productive members of society.
Sure.
Music.
So,
Well, good work
Go to
here
city
today.
camps, Seven
And,
City Camp.
Storms much
Any
later
city
on
camp.
this evening.
Yeah, if they
This
make
is
it
all
to the Metro,
Ken and
I
Mike.
think they will. It's going to be well
Stand
after
by,
midnight,
Master.
northwestern Oklahoma.
Roll the
between
break.
9 and 10.
Fade
Good
it.
one.
There's no Facebook webcast.
No Facebook webcast either. So is there anything we need to do?
There will be one for weather.
Oh, Facebook weather. Do we do it now or we do it? Stand by D in 3, 2, 1. Roll D. Take sound. Stand by 2 and a push.
All right, here we go for everybody. It is what, Wednesday? Yeah, it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday, May 30th. Your forecast, man, it's been hot today, right? It's been a dry day, but that'll be changing for some of us as we get into tonight, and it's all beginning out west. We have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for our panhandle until 10 o'clock tonight. This is going to be watch number 1 developing, and then we're going to have a second watch that will come and will be in place farther east. But the first watch for the counties in blue, thunderstorms developing here. A couple of these are already severe, and then they're going to push east. So this evening, thunderstorms first move through our panhandle.
Okay, cool.
They don't move into northwestern Oklahoma until well after 9 o'clock tonight. It's going to be that long, okay? Closer to 10 o'clock in the northwest. And then before midnight, they're still going to be pretty much right in here. And then after midnight on, I think they, again, push farther east. Now, Oklahoma City right now, this could change some, but we're going to do a 60% chance for storms from midnight on in the metro. Now, some of these, yes, are going to be strong, going to be severe. We have a low to a moderate threat of severe weather. That moderate threat on our threat level here is from the panhandle across western and northern Oklahoma through this evening, okay? And my tornado zone for a few hours when the storms move into the northwestern parts of our state, it'll be a low threat.
Ooh.
It's a low risk for tornado in the northwest in the green, all right? Nothing crazy, but we might have maybe a storm or two that tries to spin. So we'll be tracking that, but really the big threat's going to be hail up to the size of quarters, possibly in my hail zone here in the orange, okay? And then as these storms push east this evening and tonight, they're going to be losing that hail threat some. It will diminish. The hail sizes will come down. And then my wind speed zone from tonight, okay, talking about more of an area covered up with winds to 75 plus miles per hour for the county in orange here, all the counties in orange. So higher winds there with that complex of storms. Lows tonight in the 60s and 70s. Highs tomorrow, 80s, 90s. Once again tomorrow, though, it will be hot like today. But tomorrow, though, again, will be dry. That chance of rain, chance of storms is only for tonight. 7 is 9. We'll keep you advised.
And fade it. Sweet. Okay.